The story behind the urban legend of Hung Evil. Do you remember the fairy tale The Red Shoes by Hans Christian Andersen? But what you may not know is that behind this fairy tale is a strange disease that claimed the lives of over 400 people. In the Hung Evil legend, Karen, whose parents had passed away, was adopted by an old woman in the local area. When Karen grew up, the old woman gave him a pair of red leather shoes. Karen was delighted and often appeared in public to dance, with the sole purpose of showing off his red shoes. One day, Karen heard that there would be a ball in town. So, he left the bedridden old woman who needed care, put on his beloved red shoes, and went to the ball. But when Karen started dancing, the shoes seemed to be possessed and couldn't stop. Eventually, when Karen was exhausted from dancing, he had no choice but to seek out the executioner and have his feet chopped off. However, even after his feet were severed, they continued to dance. Do you think the story of the red shoes is just a fairy tale? No, this story actually has a prototype. In 1518, in France, there was a woman named Frau Trava who suddenly started dancing in the streets. This action immediately attracted a crowd of onlookers. However, what they didn't know was that while they applauded, Frau Trava's dance was the beginning of a strange disease. Frau Trava's dance was extremely frenzied, reaching a state of forgetting oneself. She continuously twisted her body, seemingly tireless. After dancing for a long time, people noticed that Frau Trava's expression was extremely painful, her face pale, and she was covered in endless sweat. When Frau Trava finally collapsed due to exhaustion, people were ready to disperse. But something unexpected happened. Frau Trava got up from the ground and started dancing again. Initially, people thought Frau Trava had a mental problem, but the following month plunged the residents of the town into panic. Within just 1 month, over 400 people ran into the streets to dance, and just like Karen in the red shoes, once they started dancing, they couldn't stop. This bizarre sight made the residents believe they were possessed by demons. To ensure their safety, these over 400 people were exiled to a deserted mountain. In the end, all of them perished. This event was later referred to as the Dancing Plague. According to records from various regions, similar terrifying events occurred in Germany, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and other places, apart from France. The exact cause of the event remains unknown. The only somewhat plausible explanation is that the red shoes incident was caused by a foot fungus. This fungus can cause vomiting, convulsions, and hallucinations, symptoms similar to the dancing plague. Furthermore, at that time, the main food in France was rye, and rye is one of the main host plants for ergot fungus. Therefore, it is reasonable to speculate that the dancing plague was caused by ergot fungus. However, all of these are just speculations made by later generations based on historical records. The truth of the matter remains unknown. In conclusion, there are countless wonders in the world. Today's story ends here. See you in the next episode.